So everyone was fuming last week, of course, but we've got the win at home against Southampton. An expected win, or was you a bit nervous?
It's Arsenal, isn't it? You're always nervous. But, after that first 15 minutes, everyone around me was like, yo, this could be a long day at the office, man, because they look decent. But I think the first goal settled us. Once we got the first, I thought Southampton were poor today, to be honest. I think we made them look poor, so we have to give ourselves credit. But I think it was one of them games, we're not going to be watching the highlights back in 3 months. It was just get the win, keep it moving, bigger things in the pipeline.
I might for that first goal.
Oh, yeah, the first goal was mad. That was a bit like Wenger-ish, wasn't it? Pass. I love the finish from Laka. And Saka, I thought, played well today. What I noticed with Saka is so direct. Yeah. We haven't got many players in our team that get the ball and run at the defence. I think he does that well. And Lacazette, it was good for him to score, man. Come in for a certain someone and got
someone. We're not adding names anymore.
Aubameyang. Oh yeah, you know what I mean. But
what's your thoughts on Aubameyang at the moment?
Aubameyang. Do you know what? I'm a big Aubameyang fan, so I'm not going to cap for him though. If you're the captain of the club and you got a very young squad, and you're the leader, you got to set the example. Do you know what I mean? You can't be turning up late. If the club give him permission to go abroad, maybe he needed to go and see family, get his confidence back. They've been kind enough to say, go abroad, sort yourself out. And then you come back late. Come on, do you know what I mean? Even the biggest Aubameyang fans got to say, you got to sort yourself out. I think with Aubameyang, it's I don't know if he's made to be a captain. I think sometimes with Arsenal, we kind of throw the armband on the best player. We've done this before. Fabregas.
I'm sure they choose between the players as well. They have a little vote as well.
I remember when we had 5 captains and they were just passing it around like pass the parcel, It's I think over the years, it's whoever our best player is, give him the armband. Fabregas, Van Persie, Henry, whoever the best player. And I think with Aubameyang, is he actually built to be the captain? I think when everything's going well, he's great, he's vibrant, he's inspirational. When the going gets tough, what are you going to get from him? And at the moment, it's not going well.
But if you go by that logic, though, in past seasons, especially last season, I believe, people were saying pass the armband to Kieran Tierney, and at points he was one of our best players. So it's still the same thing. You do look for your best player. Now people are saying giving it to Ramsdale. Ramsdale's just joined, but because he had a few good performances and Player of the Month, give it to Ramsdale.
I think when you look at the Arsenal team, there's no obvious captain. To be honest, I don't know who. I mean, Xhaka was the captain. We all know how that ended up.
I still think he's captain material.
Who's Xhaka? No, I'm going. Xhaka. Too much BT Sport, you know what I mean? Xhaka. I don't think we've got an obvious captain, to be honest. I think Lacazette's got a little bit, but he's probably on his way out. I think maybe Gabriel in the future, possibly. I think he speaks better English now as well. But yeah, the captain thing, I don't think there's an obvious leader in the dressing room really.
But going back to the match, you say that we made Southampton look good. We definitely did. But you have to remember as well, Adam Armstrong, not sure what happened with him, but he went down a couple of times, had to come off. Yeah. One of their key players, Caballero in goal. So, of course, they were ready. It was going to be a hard day at the races for them to begin with.
I mean, I think my dad's younger than Caballero. He's about 40, isn't he? You know what I mean? Well, I don't know, but no, Caballero. I see Caballero in goal. I said, listen, if we don't get goals today, man, forget it. And I thought the goals were good as well. We took our goals well. Odegaard. I thought Odegaard was man of the match today. Got between the lines, he's making them kind of like Aaron Ramsey, late runs, arriving in the penalty. Well. Yeah, he sees the game nicely. We just got to get him on the ball more. But I don't know, it's a tough one today. I'm happy that we won. You know what I mean? It was a good win, 3-0.
Why is no one smiling? I feel like no one's actually happy about it. I think Charlene was the only person that smiled at me.
She always smiles anyway. Do you know what it is? We've had a rough week, man. You've had a bad week. Like United and Everton, and it's still in most Arsenal fans' mind. We feel like we should have took points from them games. With the Southampton game, you're like, okay, it's a good win, but we've dropped points in the last week. We've got West Ham coming up. It's like, are we good enough to beat those better teams? That's what we're going to find out, Well, we found out in the last week, but moving forward, whether we can beat the better teams.
So normally the frustration is like against United and Everton, we go one up and then we sit back. Today we didn't do that. Do you feel like with that momentum and the character we had on the pitch today, could be a big boost to take us into the game at West Ham?
Yeah, see, the thing is, it's like, without being horrible, it's easier against worse opposition. Do you know what I mean? When you're playing against United or Everton were at us, they made life difficult. I felt like with Southampton, when we went 2-0 up, they kind of disappeared. I think they knew this is gone. So West Ham on Wednesday, Antonio, them man, you know how them man play. They're going to be physical. They're going to make life difficult. When we go 1-0 up, can we get the second against a better team? Because I see in Arteta's press conference, he said that when we go 1-0 up, he's telling the team to keep attacking. And we haven't been doing that. So then you got to wonder, like, are the players ignoring his tactics, or is he telling us something different, you know, because we keep going 1-0 up and just chilling and trying to hang on. So
I hate to point out the obvious, but there was a whole different attacking lineup today.
So what are you saying? The other
No, I'm just saying.
Pepe got 7 minutes, you know, in the rain. He didn't look too happy coming on for 7 minutes. So I think Arteta's got to find a way to keep the whole squad in tune with him. I feel like with Arteta, he's one of them managers, like, when you're in the starting 11, I love you, but when you're on the bench, I'm not really interested. Now, Ainsley got man of the match a couple of weeks ago, hasn't kicked a ball since. Pepe, record transfer. You know what I mean? If you tried to sell him now, I don't know how much you'd get for him.
25.
25? I don't even know if you get 20. He might be on loan with an option. Like, you got to look after the whole squad. So AFCON coming up as well, you know, you got to keep everyone interested. But Martinelli, I thought Martinelli did well on the left as well. Direct. Saka did well on the right, but
I mean, I wish he had 2 great chances. I wish he would have got on the score sheet.
When it hit the post, we were all standing there, please go in, but he's a quality player, man.
Who stood out for you then, most of all? Who would you give man of the match? I believe it's gone to Ramsdale.
Has it?
I believe so. Premier League put that up, but who would you give it to?
I think I'd give it to Odegaard, because he's a player that I've been a little bit critical of. But he's getting between the lines, very hard to pick up, and he actually works very hard. I notice he presses hard, got another goal, 3-3. I'll give it to Odegaard today. Ramsdale's getting man of the match every week, man. Give it to an attacking player.
I'm surprised Tommy Yasu didn't get it.
Yeah, he was solid, man. I think sometimes you look at who they're playing against as well. Southampton didn't have too much going forward, so I'll give it Odegaard today.
What did you make of Arteta's selections, bringing Gabriel off? Obviously, he was on the yellow card as well. We've got a big game next week or in the week. What do you make of Arteta's game overall?
You know, I give him some credit. I don't give him credit too often, but you know.
I thought I'd ask you.
Yeah, that's why you're putting pressure on me, innit? No, Gabriel, I got that yellow card early. I'm thinking, listen, man, Antonio on Wednesday. You know, I don't want to see Rob Holding against Antonio. No disrespect. So take Gabriel off, keep him available for that game, man. So yeah, I think Arteta today was all right. I would have liked to have seen Pepe come on a bit earlier. 7 minutes in the rain, it was like, you know, nothing's really going to happen. You're just going to come on and get wet, and that's it, nothing. But no, apart from that, he was all right. But I think good win, happy with the win, but we got bigger tests to come.
Any changes you'll make for West Ham?
Start Aubameyang? No, I'm joking. No, West Ham?
Any changes at all?
See, the interesting thing is, you know he's going to try and get Smith Rowe back in somewhere. But I don't really want to see Martinelli or Saka get dropped, so I don't know how you squeeze him in the team. Odegaard scored 3-3, so maybe go with the same lineup.